What up, Space Fam? Goes in here from Anime Uproar, and this is a big one we have to discuss. We get to see the official proclamation of the victor in the Sun God Luffy versus Yonko Kaido fight. We get to see the aftermath of the battle and the citizens' reaction to finding out what happened. We see what happened to Kaido and Big Mom, and we even catch up with Zoro for a bit, and I'm always dying for more Zoro. So make sure to stay tuned for this one, chapter 1050, called Honor. Chapters divisible by 50 are usually important, I assume, and this one is no exception. Smash that like button and in that way trigger the YouTube fireworks to celebrate Wano's liberation. Be a smashing pirate king rather than a passing Orochi. Make this the video you subscribe, and this is crucial. Hit that notification bell to turn on all notifications or you will miss future One Piece reviews and updates. And now without further ado, let's jump into it, spoilers and all. So we start off with Kaido still falling into the earth. Ever deeper, we are told. We pretty much see what looks like him going so deep that he's in magma now. My earth science peeps may be able to get more specific in the chat. We are shown a diagram of how he and Big Mom pretty much made it to the same place with their different holes. Definitely feels cartoonish, but after Luffy's awakening, we can't be surprised by cartoonish. I don't even assume for a second this could kill the Yonkos, since this is One Piece and these are Yonko, but at least it should add to their injuries, hopefully making sure that they don't get up anytime soon. In the skies above Wano, Luffy is still falling, having passed out from exhaustion as well, seemingly. Yamato is chasing after him, probably to catch him. And then it happens, as I guessed would happen this chapter. We are told that the declared victor of the rooftop battle has been revised. So this appears to be the narrator talking, so we always have to pay special attention to this. While Kaido is falling ever deeper in the earth, Luffy is being delicately handled by Yamato. Yamato looks at the exhausted Luffy and smiles, even laughing a bit. It's actually a really beautiful smile and a very nice moment. Momo was also shown exhausted after pulling through and saving the island from crashing. The people in the capital are still celebrating and launching lanterns into the air with their wishes. Meanwhile, Yamato says to Luffy and Momo, "You guys really are something. I can't believe it." And I feel like that's Luffy at this point. He will do stuff that people can't believe can be done. That's part of what it means to be the freest, and definitely his ridiculous devil fruit power goes a long way in helping him achieve those seemingly impossible things. We jump to the capital where the festival has started to die down. We see Toko screaming up, up, and away, and Tenguyama Hitetsu is there too. Toko in a flashback mentions that she heard someone say that her dad knew they would kill him because he used to be a really big deal. But he decided to let himself get caught anyway so that he could give his life in order to give this country one last chance. As Hitetsu points out, if not for Shimotsuki Yasui, the adoptive father of Toko, the embers of hope they were entrusted with would have been snuffed out in an instant. He sacrificed himself for the future, an epic character and an epic legacy to leave behind. We get an absolutely beautiful flashback where we see Yasu freaking out that Toko ate the fruit that made her laugh uncontrollably, so then he too ate it, saying, "Well then, why don't I have a bite?" So she wouldn't have to go through it alone. I don't know why exactly, but that hit me so hard in the feels. I love how, without even a second thought, he decided to put himself in the same boat to make it easier for her. It sort of reminds me of how Might Guy was willing to bet his own life on Rock Lee recovering. That's what makes people real parent figures more than just shared DNA. Then after that beautiful moment, we go back to present Toko and Hitetsu. Hitetsu says, Yasu hoped that one day Toko would be able to live happily. Toko replies, "So it was for me. Then let me change my message." Hitetsu notices the new message and cries, saying, "For a samurai, there is no greater honor." And he just did it. He said the title of the chapter in the chapter, and it could not be more impactful. She crossed out, "I want to see you, daddy," and wrote, "Thank you, daddy." Man, it just makes you want to cry. My eyes totally watered, so don't feel bad if yours did too. It's totally manly, it's all good. We see the night sky lit up, the light shining on Toko's bright and hopeful face. We see Hitetsu smiling. Again, beautiful moment after beautiful moment in this chapter. Nekomamushi sees the lights and remarks that the sight takes him back. He tells everyone on what was Onigashima that there is no doubt about it now, Luffy drilled Kaido straight down into the ground. Furthermore, he lets them know Momo used his dragon form to keep Onigashima from crashing. Nekomamushi says it's been 20 years since this feud over Oden's regret began, and now it's finally over. Oda is clearly continuing to wrap this up, emphasizing that it's over again and again. People exclaim, "We've won. We beat 2 emperors of the sea." What a hype statement that is. Like, let's just process it for a second. We beat 2 emperors of the sea, 2 Yonko, 1/2 of the Yonko. Insane. We see shots of characters including Kid and Killer, Law and Beppo, which is a funny one, and even Apu, who I just hate. I hate Apu, man. But at least we get to see him super shocked that Straw Hat took down Kaido, because he was all like, "Bro, nobody can take down Kaido, bro." We see characters celebrating, including Nami. I love how Marco is just chilling there, leaning back and smiling. Man, he looks so cool right there. We see Usopp and Frankie bringing the wounded, including Zoro. I'm so excited to see what the explanation for that god of the underworld figure that appeared before Zoro will be, and like I said before, it would be hype if it was Enma's awakening. I outlined that Zoro already has a devil fruit theory in a video, link in the description if you haven't seen it, but for now, things really seem to be wrapping up here. Momo communicates with Zunisha, saying he's given a lot of thought and he's decided not to open Wano's borders yet. A very interesting choice. Maybe he's saving it for after Luffy fulfills his full destiny and for the end of One Piece, we shall see. And Zunisha says, "Very well, I shall follow your lead. I trust your judgment." This could also open the door for Wano and some of the threads brought up here to be answered later on, since we are clearly not done with Wano yet, even if the arc finishes and the Straw Hats leave Wano temporarily. Then Momo feels an earthquake. Beast pirates are firing cannons, saying there's no way Kaido lost and they won't give up. They have pride in the fact that they are Yonko crew after all, which makes sense. Yamato's the one to step in, telling them that their lives were spared thanks to Momo, and if they keep fighting, Yamato will personally grind them to dust. Very cool, Yamato. Very cool. Then the earthquake keeps being felt. We see Kaido and Big Mom silhouettes in an underground magma pool before an underwater volcano erupts. The narrator says decisive battle in the skies of Wano, Victor, Straw Hat, Luffy. So it's about as officially over as it can get, at least in one chapter. Yes, Oda did revise Kaido's victory, so it's theoretically possible he could revise it again, but it just wouldn't feel right going back and forth like that all the time. The proclamations would begin to lose all meaning. We see Luffy sleeping and his face smiling. There's the face of a dude who has definitely earned his rest. Then the people of Wano react to the explosion. Momo appears and tells them that he's not Kaido, and the eruption was the final send-off for the Supreme Commander of the Beast Pirates. Momo should definitely be able to sense if Kaido is no longer a threat right now, and according to him, he's clearly not. Momo goes to transform into human, and the silhouettes of our samurai begin to appear behind the smoke. You know this will be one of those very epic moments with epic music when animated. They see Komurasaki, aka Hiyori, who they thought was dead, so they call her a ghost pretty much. Then Denjiro appears, telling them that it's a long story, but first let him present the new Shogun of Wano. So yeah, it's hard to argue that the raid will fail right now. Still, it's not a nice bow on top ending either, since Momo has yet to decide to open Wano. Next chapter, we are likely going to see Momo's human form, which I'm psyched to see, and you know he'll look like Odin, continuing the ghost theme that was brought up when they called Hiyori a ghost. Let me know your thoughts on all this. Will anyone else show up like Blackbeard, Shanks, the world government, and so on? Will Blackbeard find Kaido's defenseless body and do a little mythical zone fruit consumption? Wano isn't over yet, and even if this is an arc epilogue that we're in already, there's so much to look forward to seeing. I'm glad some characters are fine, like Usopp, Frankie, Marco, Jinbei, and more, so if anyone does show up, at least it's not like every Straw Hat is defenseless right now. Smash that like button if you enjoyed this review, and to celebrate Wano's liberation with that beautiful YouTube firework effect. Very fitting, YouTube. Very fitting. I'm glad that they want to celebrate Wano's liberation right now. Be a smashing Pirate King rather than passing Orochi. Make this the video you subscribe, and this is crucial. Hit that notification bell to turn on all notifications or you will miss future One Piece reviews and updates. And as you wait for Zoro to recover and explain what's going on with the god of the underworld that he saw, check out this new video on the screen right now where I explore Zoro's post-Wano bounty and how he'll rise to the status of the new 5th Emperor. See you there.